Yes, sir. What's good, y'all? Welcome back to the Millionaire Mansion Podcast. My name is James Hodgkin. I'm the owner of the Millionaire Mac Club, and I'm so glad y'all are joining us. You know, the Millionaire Mansion Podcast is where we talk about how to become a millionaire, but not by the definition of monetary value, but by the definition of the mindset. Because that's what it starts with. The mindset will lead you to the monetary value. So let's get straight into it, baby. As always, I'm so grateful for y'all joining me, listening to these pods. And like always, the best way to repay if this is serving any value to you, if this is presenting you any new information, any thought-provoking information, just share. Just share. It takes 5 seconds. Maybe a little more than that. But it takes less than a minute to just share this with 3 friends, 3 people that you think may like it. That'd be a great appreciation to me. And you know, the bigger this community grows, the more and more I can provide for y'all, so y'all can grow, so I can grow with y'all. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, just share, man. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. But today's pod, I wanted to talk about, what happens at rock bottom. What happens at rock bottom? Because a lot of always we're talking about abundance. We're talking about abundance on this podcast and on the platform. But the thing about life is it's all about polarity. So wherever there's black, there's white. Wherever there's good, there's bad. Wherever there's bad, there's good, and vice versa. So if we're always talking about abundance, we gotta meet where you are. Not everybody's feeling like they're living abundantly yet. And even if you don't feel like you're living abundantly, you are, just maybe not monetary wise. You can be abundant in anything. You can be abundant in love. You can be abundant in happiness. You can be abundant in money. Abundance doesn't just categorize with money and monetary things. You see what I'm saying? You can literally be abundant in anything. So keep that in mind. So let's talk about what happens when you're at rock bottom. The first thing you need to do if you feel like you're at rock bottom, I need you to look around, evaluate your situation, and ask yourself, am I really at rock bottom? And I don't want you to compare to Jesse's journey, to Sarah's journey, to Bethany's journey. No, don't compare somebody else's walk. Don't compare your status to their status. Compare where you feel you are in terms of your potential and in terms of you being creative with your resources, you maxing out your resources, because once you max out your resources, it's going to present new resources to keep you elevating. So I need you to look around, evaluate your situation, and ask yourself, are you truly at rock bottom? Because I don't want to be inconsiderate or insensitive to anybody's situation, but oftentimes situations aren't as bad as we portray them to be. And in the heat of the moment, they may seem like they're the end of the world, but they're really not. You see what I'm saying? So the first thing is to look around and, am I really as low as I think I am? Because oftentimes we are living great. Like, we're living great because if you really think about it, all we need to do is breathe, eat, use the restroom, and drink water. Like, that's all. That's the base necessities of humanity. And if you have those things covered, or if you have a way to get those things covered, then you're doing okay. Obviously, we don't want to just get by, because that's not us maxing out our potential. Maybe that is us maxing out our potential, but I don't think that's you maxing out your potential, just getting by. So just getting by may feel like rock bottom to you, and that's completely okay. you don't have to feel bad for feeling like you're at rock bottom just because you feel like you're not maxing out your potential, you're not doing what you should be doing. But just know that you're doing great things and you're progressing forward. Because oftentimes, even when we take a few steps back, we're not really taking steps back. We're not taking losses, we're taking lessons. We're not taking losses, we're taking lessons. We're gaining knowledge for the next battle. We're in preparation for the next battle. You see what I'm saying? So that's the first thing you got to do. Evaluate your situation. Evaluate your situation. The next thing I need you to do is evaluate what's going good and what's not going so well. I need you to find the cycles. You have to find the cycles. That's the thing about life. If you notice, if you really think about it, life is just cycles. We get in different cycles because that's what is the easiest thing for our brain to do. Our brain has to function a lot of different things. So what our brain wants to do is make situations as comfortable as possible. That's why we build habits and such. So you need to evaluate your habits. Evaluate what got you there, what good got you there, what bad got you there, what you want to keep the same, what you don't want to keep the same. Because maybe if you're not willing to sacrifice the habits and the lifestyle that got you to where you are, maybe rock bottom is the place for you. Not saying that I want you to be living a low life, living a sad life, but if you're not willing to sacrifice for your betterment, then is it truly a sacrifice? I need you to ask yourself that. Is it truly a sacrifice? Because if you like it that much to the point you won't give it up, then maybe you are where you need to be. Maybe you are where you want to be. Not need to be, where you want to be. Want and need are two different things. Want and need are two different things. So the next thing is we got to get creative with a way of getting out. When we're at rock bottom, we always have resources to make our situation better. We always do. And that goes back to evaluating the cycles that put us to where we are. And then not trying to control the future, but understanding what cards we have to play. What cards we have to play in order to progress us forward. Have y'all ever played a game of Uno? Think about it like this. Have you ever played a game of Uno and somebody says Uno? Just because they say Uno doesn't mean they win. They're close to it maybe, but maybe they have a blue card but the stack is red. And maybe you have all reds. Maybe you have a +4. You see what I'm saying? The game isn't over until it's over. And the game is necessary. The game isn't over until you're put out. Really, I want that to sit with you. The game isn't over until you're put out. If you're still here, you still have a mission. You still have a purpose to serve. You still have progression to make. And so how you progress, you need to get creative with what you have around you, because that's all you can, oh, I wish I had this. Oh, I wish I had that. La, 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 la. How do you get to that? How do you get to the resources that you need? How can you use the utilities and resources that you have now in order to propel you to where you want? Right? So the next thing is make a plan. Make a plan. And the thing about making plans is don't get so attached to the plan. It has to go this way or it's not going at all. No, make a plan, because the universe, God, whoever you believe in, will match your energy, match your effort. If they see energy and effort that you're trying to progress in this area, they're going to pull some strings to make it happen for you. You see what I'm saying? So make a plan, and once you make a plan, you'll be able to take a breath, and you'll be able to see all of the moving pieces, at least not all of them. You'll be able to see more moving pieces, so you'll feel more comfortable with the situation. You see what I mean? So make a plan, and it'll give you a breath. It'll give you relief, and you don't have to have a full elaborate war battle plan. No, just at least write out what got you there, what can get you to where you want to go, and write out where you want to go. Where do you want to go? Because maybe that's how you ended up at rock bottom, because you didn't know where you wanted to go. The next thing We already kind of touched on it. You got to change something up. You got to change something up. Something needs to be changed. If things aren't going the way that you want them to go consistently, then something needs to change. Something around you, something in you, something you're doing needs to change, right? And that's the tough bullet to bite, because oftentimes nobody wants to hear that they're not doing what they're supposed to be doing, or they're not doing the best that they're supposed to be doing. But honestly, it doesn't have to have a negative connotation. That statement doesn't have to have a negative connotation. Like, that's good. Good, I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing. Where it becomes bad is if I know that I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing and I keep doing what I'm not supposed to be doing. That's where it becomes bad. And that's not even necessarily where it becomes bad, because if you keep doing it, some part of you is attached to it, some part of you likes it. So if you understand that you can do better, that's a win in itself. That you at least have a potential, you have a bar to raise to progress to. If you feel like you should be progressing more, that is a great feeling. Don't use that as a negative feeling. Oh, I'm not there yet. No, it's okay you're not there yet. It's okay you're not there yet. Like, that's all a part of it. That's all a part of it. You see what I'm saying? But yeah, man, look, if you feel like you're at rock bottom, you may not be where you want to be. You may not be where you should be. Look, like that lamp, it may not be where it should be. Like, for those of you guys that are listening on the pod, if you're on YouTube, you can see what I'm saying. But the lamp isn't where it should be. Does that mean that it won't light up? It still will. Does that mean that it can't be put back on the shelf and still light up how it's supposed to? It can. Just because you're knocked back, that's a good sign. That means that you were in a good place. That means that you're familiar with the good place. So get back to that good place. Make a plan. Have confidence in yourself. You aren't your circumstances. You aren't your circumstances. Find out who the real you is beyond money, beyond social media, beyond school, beyond all of that, beyond all of that. Find out who the true you on the inside is and who you're supposed to be in this world, what purpose you're supposed to serve. So with all that being said, I'm gonna wrap up the episode. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. You're growing every day, every single day, whether you think so or not. I know you are. I know you are. And you need to know you are. Give yourself more credit than you have. No matter if you feel like you're giving yourself enough credit, give yourself more credit. Do that for me. I'm giving you more credit. But as always, man, share, support. That's all I ask. That's all I ask. Just share and support. And spread love, not hate, baby. But like my grandma said, man, keep going, keep growing. I love y'all. Peace.